Soul Life did not make this body, but it's sure making it a hell of a lot better.
Soul Life minerals are highly absorbable using natural, organic, safe, and effective ingredients, giving your body the essential nutrients it craves. And you can get your Soul Life supplements at $20 off every bottle at soullife.com/Rick and Kelly. Soul Life, the minerals you need. Hey guys, welcome to your Daily Smash for Friday, February 23rd, 2024. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
Notice anything different?
On what?
I'm sitting on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
We have some really cool breaking news coming up. The Brandi versus Andy feud. Kelly is going to tell all.
Weird. I just got off the phone with Vicki this morning. Not just right now, but this morning. Had a conversation with her for an hour.
Good. Save that. We're going to talk about it in just a minute. If you haven't subscribed here yet, we've been stuck at 44,900 subscribers for like 6 months. And
we see there's like 10 times more that aren't subscribed that are watching.
So just hit the subscribe button.
It's easy.
Doesn't cost anything.
Yeah.
And then we can at least break the schneid, if you will. Also, congrats to so many of you who have taken advantage of the Rick and Kelly discount on our amazing, incredible Soul Life mineral supplements. No matter what ailments you might have, and even if you think you're perfectly healthy, we all need our minerals. And this is the best way to get them. They are highly absorbable. They're safe. They're effective. They're vegan. They're natural. And we are proud to be the partners, the official launch partners with Soul Life here in America. So this is your first chance and your best chance to get it at our Rick and Kelly discount. And they are particularly proud of their magnesium. The magnesium is what you need if you're 48 or whatever, my age, up. Like, it's very important, especially for women that are premenopausal or menopause. Magnesium is so important. And this isn't from like, most of these, this is from like Canada. Most of these United States supplements are from like China and India. Yeah. If you guys did not know that. And a lot of the magnesium is made from like rocks. You can't absorb rocks. Yeah. Like, magnesium is so important. People don't realize. Yeah. You get better health. You sleep better with magnesium. And you'll get our discount at soullife.com/Rick and Kelly. The link is in our show description. Okay. You can just see it in my blood work, you guys. I showed you guys the other day. Remarkable results. I mean, seriously, for you to, for the first time in your life, reduce your Synthroid medication. In half. Because the minerals are working for you. In half. Now, I'm afraid, though, like, I'm going to do it for 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. My thyroid medication is cut in half. Yeah. And see what happens? And I hope to God I don't gain any weight. Oh. The reason why I lost weight is because of the minerals. Because my thyroid. Well, and your overload. Diet. Your diet and your exercise. And I work out, yeah. My diet is, I went to Chick-fil-A today. But I did get the farmer's you got a salad. I got the farmer's salad. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. We usually do, well, we're almost always unscripted, but unscripted Fridays, and we like to have fun on Fridays. Yesterday's show was a lot of fun. Yeah, we had a great time. And I had a bunch of stuff planned. I was going to talk about some funny comments you guys made and all that. And then this news broke on 2 different sites, on 2 different topics involving Brandi Glanville and Andy Cohen. This morning, speaking with Vicki, she's filming today, and I asked her about Brandi. Yeah. Oh, just randomly asked her? I said to her, I just asked her, because she was on her podcast, and I'm like, why is she having now a beef with Tamara? I thought, Brandi Glanville made up lies about me. We were friends. She got on the hate train with Tamara and Teddy and made up complete and utter lies. And I had the receipts, showed her how much of a liar, unstable, whack job she is. Mm-hmm. Vicki feels sorry for her. Like, Vicki does feel sorry for her. She feels like they have ruined her life. Well, she's been through a lot. Yeah, a lot of dick. You're amazing. So and we'll get to the stories. There's a New York Post page 6 article and a TMZ article about 2 separate potential lawsuits. My first reaction was, bravo sits Kelly down because of what she said, which proved to be very, very accurate and spot on, and reflects what most people, I believe, in America today feel. They sit her down. They're like, "You're not playing by our rules. You can't play in our sandbox anymore."
Oh, and have not offered me an ultimate girls trip. I've won awards with Bravo, but when I got my politics involved, that didn't fit their narrative, they basically fired me for political discrimination.
Well,
point blank, everyone knows it. It's not at all a secret. Okay?
Because you have a mind of your own, and you're not willing to just toe the company line and spew whatever is being spewed at you, you're going to think for yourself.
Of course I'm going to toe the company line.
But you think for yourself.
I'm going to have a code of conduct.
Yes.
I'm going to do what but I'm on a reality show. It's not like I'm sitting out of office doing like you would have to do at Fox or whatever. I'm on a reality show. It's reality. It was during COVID. I was against the mask. I was against all of that. Okay.
Yes. And you were keeping it real.
I was
My point is,
real.
you were keeping it real. You're an independent thinker, and you didn't hide your true feelings because you are a reality star.
But I also was a very good employee.
You were, and you were terrific.
I never started and had never caused any problems for production ever. I was friends with all of them. Sorry about that. I thought I turned that
But you were terrific on the show, and you drew in viewers. You were a magnet for viewers. You were the highlight of that cast. You were terrific on TV, and everybody knows it. That's why you still have a huge fan base. But Bravo, in my opinion, likes to hire the people who they believe they can control.
Like Gina Kirchenheimer. Boring as hell, okay? Like, boring.
People who are so grateful for the job, so grateful for the opportunity, and perhaps aren't independent thinkers like you, that they won't cause any problems. They won't rock the boat in any way. And those are the kinds of people that Bravo is hoping and is trying to hire. But what struck me is that these people are biting them in the ass now. These people are coming after them. Like Leah, whatever her name is,
McSweeney,
who was their darling, is suing them. What's her name?
Nene Leakes.
There's so many.
Went against them. Bethany.
Bethany went after. Bethany was their darling. Bethany, they gave her one show after another, and she turned around and sued them. And Caroline Manzo sued them for what happened with her and Brandi on that girls' trip. And Bravo didn't hesitate to throw Brandi under the bus, according to Brandi. Bravo is now getting bit hard by the people it thought were its pets. That's my take on this.
That's right. That they're their pets. I would never go and sue like that or cause problems. I never caused problems for Bravo.
You're not litigious.
I'm not litigious.
And you could have, found any number of ways to go after them.
So are you going to read the article?
Yeah. So here's
I want you to put your take, like when we discussed this on the phone, because I was running around with Jolie today.
This is the first article from page 6 that I saw was about Brandi Glanville accusing an inebriated Andy Cohen of sexual harassment, inviting her to watch him have sex with an unnamed Bravo star. She hired a couple of attorneys who sent a letter to NBC, Shed Media, and Warner Brothers claiming that the Watch What Happens Live host, Andy Cohen, allegedly sent her a video in 2022 in which he appeared obviously inebriated. Cohen allegedly boasted in the clip that he wanted to sleep with another Bravo star while thinking of Glanville and allegedly invited the former housewife to watch him via FaceTime. The identity of the reality star that Cohen allegedly wanted to hook up with was not disclosed. Okay, her attorneys say that this was an extraordinary abuse of power that left Ms. Glanville feeling trapped and disgusted. Inconceivable that Mr. Cohen remains at his post in spite of this behavior and harkens back to the bad old days of Matt Lauer and NBC News when profits were prioritized over people. They also said that since Mr. Cohen was Glanville's boss at the time, he exercised complete and total control over her career, which basically meant she couldn't do or say anything about what he was doing. Now, I said to Kelly, I believe that she was complicit in the call. She most likely was laughing along with him, thought it was hilarious.
She 100% did.
Did shows after this was in
she stayed at my house. I know Brandi Glanville, okay?
Yeah.
This is grasping for straws, what she's doing. That she is trying so desperately because she needs money.
Yeah.
And she's trying to think of any way possible to come after Bravo for a payday, for, to shut her up. Here's a couple, some money to go away, be quiet, whatever.
Yeah. This sounds like the phone call itself sounds, yes, but the phone call itself sounds like something that friends would do. Like, can you believe this? I'm so wasted. Oh, I want to bang so-and-so. And when you want to watch me on FaceTime, like a joke.
Right.
He's not going to do that. And I know she wasn't like thinking, oh my God, he's my boss. I have to behave. There's no way. I've met her too.
She is the biggest hoe bag that there is on earth. This is the problem that I have, okay? They know the way she is, the way Brandi is. She goes and she tries to make, they've given her 3 ultimate girls trips.
Yeah. Did one of those?
Three.
Did one of those?
3.
Sorry. Did one of those trips come after this phone call that was so upset her? Do you think she took more money from Bravo after they?
I don't know. She got paid.
She went on that girls trip.
They gave her all those girls trips. They gave her that girls trip. They gave her a Dorinda a girls trip, and then they did something else with her.
She says she had to join OnlyFans to save her from financial distress. So I guess she's now on OnlyFans. They're also saying that there are other executives who have engaged in sexual misconduct. There's a production executive named Sean Lesser. Do you know who that is? Mm-mm. Supposedly
that's Laser. Sean Laser.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a sound guy. Remember I told you when he was putting my thing on? And I
met him.
You met Laser, yes. They call him...
Well, according to this letter...
They call him Laser, Sean. He is... he works for Evolution.
According to this letter, he has a history of soliciting and or engaging in sexual relations with female reality stars under his purview.
Wow. I've heard that about Laser.
Oh.
I like him, though. I like Laser. I like him a lot.
Ms. Glanville is no exception. Mr. Lesser has always been transparent about his attraction to Ms. Glanville.
Ooh.
I don't really know what
Laser does, Sean does Beverly Hills and Orange County.
Well, Brandi is alleging that the producers have put her up to all this behavior that's gotten her into trouble. And now they're throwing her under the bus. So this is the other. So the letter to Bravo and Shed from her lawyers regarding the phone call from Andy Cohen sounds like you said a shakedown. Mm-hmm. Like they want money for that.
Right.
There is a second potential lawsuit from Brandi, putting Bravo's parent company and others on notice. She's prepared to take them to court over this whole girls trip drama she's been roped into, and lays out her grievances in no uncertain terms in another letter that her attorneys just fired off. I don't know if it's the same letter or a different letter, but it's, again, Mark Garagos and Brian Friedman, who are big shot lawyers in Hollywood. They sent NBC Universal a demand letter. This sounds like a different letter. Thursday, threatening a lawsuit on behalf of their client, and they're telling the network to preserve all potential evidence as Brandi prepares for what could be a messy legal battle. The letter obtained by TMZ spells out exactly why Brandi is considering suing, and according to her legal team, she feels like she's been chewed up and spit out by Bravo and all other parties involved in producing and airing a show that makes them millions. They write, over the past year, Ms. Glanville has been subjected to a vicious media campaign based on false allegations of sexual misconduct. The false narrative, which NBC and Shed Media have apparently decided to foment, arises from Ms. Glanville's experience on Ultimate Girls Trip, Morocco.
I just had this conversation with Vicki this morning.
Yeah.
This is so bizarre because she's like, I don't think they're going to ever show this.
I don't think they will either.
She's like, luckily, thankfully, we got paid, but she's like, I don't think they're ever going to show this.
The only way I think they
and then she said they've ruined, and then Vicki, not they, but she said that this has ruined her financially. Like
ruined
Brandi by this allegations of her sexual misconduct with Carolyn Manzo.
I don't think that they will ever air it either unless they win lawsuits, which would allow them to show it without presumably without any risk, or if there's some settlement that they pay them and agree to let them show the trip, and maybe they cut out the offensive sections. It's some kind of negotiated settlement where they get paid, and then Bravo airs this thing because they have spent all this money on it. They air it, but they take out the parts that might pertain to this incident.
They would be smart to do it that way. Go ahead.
This says this experience has been a nightmare for Ms. Glanville, but it's far from the first time she's been used and abused by NBC, Bravo, Warner Brothers.
Oh, she was used and abused. She's so full of crap. She was used and abused. You're the user and you're the abuser. She abused everybody on that show.
Her attorneys say that she has long been taken advantage of by the institutions with which she is indelibly tied.
Oh, really? No one told her to go on there.
Personally?
No one forced her hand.
Professionally?
To be on those shows.
Financially?
She did this on her own.
And in the public mind.
What?
I'm reading the quote. I agree with you. No, listen. You can look at it both ways, obviously. I mean, she profited greatly off of this. She made $250,000 for a week's worth of work, right? Mm-hmm. More than once.
Right. They put her on with Dorinda, and they put her on here again. But they won't. They'll blacklist me.
Right.
Who was against COVID and was 5 years I was on that show. I never had a problem or anything. I was always on time. I listened to my subordinates. I did everything.
And your superiors.
And my superiors. I did everything. I meant my superiors.
Yeah.
I did everything. I was a model employee.
And you didn't do anything since then except speak your mind about stuff. That's all you've done the whole time, is just be honest. You're honest with our smashers and our patrons on Patreon. You're honest with the public on your Instagram posts. I mean, you might piss people off, but you're keeping it real.
Yes.
And that's, I think, why so many people appreciate you. Brandi's lawyers claim that she's been loyal to NBCU over the years, and she's only received mistreatment in return, including this latest saga with fellow housewife Caroline Manzo, who recently sued Bravo, claiming she was the victim of sexual misconduct from Brandi during the filming of Girls Trip Morocco. But Brandi defends herself here. Brandi's attorneys say that Caroline's narrative of being forcibly kissed and groped by Brandi during the filming of that show was actually consensual, with Brandi's team claiming Caroline was inviting that sort of behavior, which she also alleges was facilitated and even encouraged by producers during the filming. What do you think about that? That they were encouraging them to do it. Brandi did it because they were saying, go kiss her. And Caroline was inviting that kind of conduct. Does that sound like something that might happen on a girls' trip? I
don't know. I've never been on one.
Good answer. Your Honor, I rest my case.
But I can tell you this much, okay? I was on that show for 5 years. They don't tell you what to say or do. That's on you. You can say no. They will produce you. They'll say, hey, this and this happened, this was said. Can you elaborate on that? Like, they don't say, oh, go after this, say this.
But I would beg to differ on that one point, only because of the conversation I had with you with a current member of the Beverly Hills cast who said she was told by producers to...
Well, maybe it's different now. I haven't been on the show for 3 years. Maybe that's what they're doing now. But from my experience, I mean, they'll tell you what happened, but
you didn't need that kind of coaching. Some people, like newbies and people who aren't as assertive or clever as you, might need a little, hey, why don't you go talk to so-and-so and say this?
That's why there is production there.
Right.
That's why you have...
But again, it brings me back to my point that you're not someone who was ever going to go after Bravo, but all these people who they try to protect are now going after Bravo.
Right. That's the thing. And you know what? She knew what she was getting herself into being on these shows. Uh-huh. And she now all of a sudden she got paid over $500,000 in 1 year. $500,000 to do two. She did one with Dorinda and this. $500,000 she got paid.
That's a nice chunk of change.
That's a nice chunk of change.
Brandi's attorneys characterize her role in all of this as a sacrificial lamb, And they say Brandi isn't going to take it anymore, so she's telling Bravo to get ready to go to battle. Oh. So they're looking for a settlement, or they're apparently ready to sue Bravo over all this nonsense.
Oh, I just have a really big problem with Brandi coming after Andy Cohen in 2002, saying that all this happened. Oh, really? You never said anything in 2002, and then you've been taking those checks every time they have you on, and every time they put you on the show, and they gave you daily rates. Mm-hmm. When she went up against Charlie Sheen's wife. What's her name?
Denise Richards.
Denise Richards. She did daily rates, just like Vicki's doing right now, filming. They gave you daily rates for that.
Yeah.
They did that for Brandi Glanville, and she had no problem. Now all of a sudden, now that she's not getting any work from Bravo, now she's going to sue. She had no problem before.
Well, you keep hearing from people that she's having financial issues, and she obviously needs a paycheck, and she's not getting it from Bravo anymore, apparently, especially after what happened. And now she could be sued, or she is being sued by Caroline Manzo. So, I mean, I don't know if she's being sued by Caroline Manzo, but she's obviously hurting. So this is her way, I guess, of trying to cash in.
Do you think, is Mark Garagos her attorney?
He's a very, very good lawyer. I mean, he's high profile.
Right.
He's defended a lot of very high profile. I think he represented OJ in his civil case.
Didn't he get that girl off, the teen mom off too?
He may have.
The top mom?
He takes a lot of high profile media cases. He used to be on Fox News all the time. He's a very well known and I think respected attorney.
Wow.
So seems like she's in good hands.
Do you think he's obviously taking on contingency?
I would guess that's the case, and I would also guess that they are in fact going to get some kind of money out of Bravo.
Well, I remember when Michael worked for all these huge public companies, and somebody were to sue, it's easier to settle,
yeah,
and just to shut them up and have them go away.
Of course, especially if you have stuff you don't want out there in the public realm. A lot of stuff. Like the Andy Cohen stuff on the cell phone. Now they're going to subpoena his cell phone. They're going to ask every other Bravo person, have you ever gotten a drunken phone call from Andy Cohen? And they'll find people who have and who will talk about it. And next thing you know, this turns into something a lot bigger. I'm just saying. This may be the tip of the iceberg. So it's in Bravo's best interest to make this go away.
So is there going to be like a Me Too movement?
Perhaps. Will you hand me one of those boxes of pickleballs, honey?
Oh, sure.
So, you may know we're packing up our house. We're moving. Not far, like 2 miles away. So I'm going to the garage. And
I got these cutest jeans
Oh,
ever.
yeah, I love those jeans. I found this treasure trove of pickleballs.
I love these jeans. I just got them.
We're too busy to be in the pickleball business, and we have a lot of stock left. So I'm going to sell these pickleballs at cost, basically. 3 boxes for $10. It's $1 a ball, just over $1 a ball. We have a lot of them. So we're going to try and sell these and get rid of them because we're moving into a new house and I don't want to have to store a bunch of pickleballs over there. So if you play pickleball, these can be your daily balls. They can be your practice balls. They can be your cool balls because they're pink and you don't see a lot of pink pickleballs. You
don't see a lot of pink pickleballs at all, ever.
Just go to pickleballpartytown.store and get yourself some pink pickleballs at a steep discount. 3 boxes, 9 balls for $10. Okay, you're not going to get that deal anywhere else. Help me get rid of all these pickleballs, please. I'm begging you.
No, I'm begging you. I'm begging you.
I mean, we have plenty of pickleballs to play with, and now we got to get these off our shelves.
No, we have so much in that garage. Oh, please help me get them out. Please, please.
We hope you guys have a smash-tastic weekend, and appreciate your support here very much.
Are we going to do the Feastables?
Oh, yeah. The Feastables. This came in the mail today from Mr. Beast. You may have heard of him. He's apparently this huge star on Instagram. Have you seen his posts?
No. Have you?
He does all kinds of stuff around the world. Like, he's a really well-known guy, Mr. Beast. But he makes these Feastables.
I mean, I know. I've heard because he sends us stuff.
Yeah, and it came out of nowhere. I don't remember ever giving them our address. But
I have, because remember they gave us all those candies?
They gave us chocolates, yeah.
They asked me for my address.
Oh, okay, that's why. So This says world's best chocolate. Pull here, and there's a little card. And it says, you are one of the first people in the world to try our brand new Feastables chocolate formula. I spent the last year working with the world's best food scientists, going through hundreds of different formulas and conducting tests with thousands of people to figure out how I can improve our chocolate taste. And I'm super excited to finally share it with you. Let me know what you think, Jimmy.
I'll let you know right now.
And I have eaten their chocolate bars before. I love their chocolate bars. And we're not getting paid for this, but they just sent us this, so I'm going to show it to you.
I can tell you right now.
This is peanut butter, yeah?
I'm not getting paid for this. I'll be honest to God, because I'm a connoisseur of chocolate. It's pretty badass. Look at this.
You like it
because there's peanut butter in it, and I love peanut butter and chocolate.
I do too.
And it's like it's a creamy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'd say it's better than Reese's Cup.
Are these the nerds that run it?
Yep. I give it quality better than a Reese's Cup. Thank you, Mr. Beast.
Wow,
thank you,
really
Feastables.
Good.
This is delicious. Get yourself some Feastables chocolate. And,
I mean, that is really, it's like, there's real, like, peanut butter in it.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye. Have a great weekend. Have a smash-tastic week, everyone. Mwah.